I'm Dave Froehlich. Thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive, where we take a look back at recent crime stories that have been making headlines in our area and across the state. A security guard is speaking out after he was attacked on the job in East Austin by two men he believes were trying to steal his car. He says he's disappointed in the way police and his boss handled the situation. In fact, he ended up quitting during an interview with Fox 7 Austin's John Krinjak.
This was not how security guard Percy Payne expected his shift to go Monday night at this office building on East 6th and Brushy. It all started around 9:30 when he spotted on surveillance video two guys going inside the private underground garage. The door was apparently stuck open.
I witnessed two young Hispanic males on two electric scooters.
He went downstairs to check it out, and he says he saw the teens messing around with his personal car.
One individual was at my driver door with his back to me, looking back. The other individual was at my passenger door, facing me, being a lookout.
The suspect saw him and ran off. He chased after them and says he tried to detain them until someone could call the cops. Then things got physical.
Young individual tried to run me over with his scooter multiple times, and then that's when they started to assault.
Payne says he noticed a screwdriver in one of their pockets.
I heard the individual say, "Hold him," and that's when he went for the screwdriver to try to stab me. I let them go and immediately went to get my work phone to call 911.
Payne told the dispatcher he wasn't hurt badly enough to require EMS, but needed an officer to respond because of what happened to him.
Even though I told her I got assaulted, she told me we will not be sending police officers out there because they did not steal your car. And that is when I hung up.
He called 911 again a few minutes later.
I got a different operator. I told her the situation. She apologized.
About an hour after that, an officer did arrive who Payne says was very helpful, and the attack is being investigated by detectives as an aggravated assault.
Officer told me that call should have been an emergency case.
APD telling Fox 7 Wednesday night they listened to both 911 calls and, quote, "it sounds like it was handled correctly and within policy." APD says an officer didn't respond the first time because it didn't meet certain criteria. Quote, "the suspects were no longer on scene in this case. The caller stated that he was fine, did not need EMS, and no vehicle was stolen. So we would not respond to an attempted car break-in or a stolen vehicle attempt."
I don't think that it was taken as seriously as it should have been.
It was as we were discussing this that Payne's supervisor with previous security walked up and asked him to stop talking with us while he was on the job.
We are very sorry that happened to you. We have a policy, you're not supposed to do any interviews in your uniform. If you want to do this as a private citizen, you can.
I understand what you're saying, but it's also my safety. And this is the only way my situation will get out there.
Things escalated with Percy making the decision to quit.
Take your uniform off?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But the argument continued.
Look, Percy,
I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't have touched him.
Excuse me.
You touched him.
Is it my fault?
I would say yes, every bit of it is your fault.
Okay. Thank you. Here you go.
No worries.
The fact that my supervisor basically told me it was my fault that I got assaulted, that let me know all I needed to know.
He doesn't regret walking away from his job. We did get a statement from the security company saying, quote, "we're in the process of gathering details. We have been made aware of it, and we're looking into the situation." New video reveals the moment several people were arrested by Austin police after a man was seen on video waving a gun at a driver during a road rage incident. A couple who was arrested spoke with Fox 7, and they say police used excessive force around their children. Fox 7 Austin CrimeWatch reporter Meredith Aldis has the update.
Like, what's going on? Y'all ain't saying what's going on.
Why do you have guns pointed at them?
Keep your hands up, bro.
Just keep your hands up, bro, because they'll kill you.
Guns drawn in the middle of a downtown Austin parking lot where the Beast Mode Car Club was set up.
We park, and next thing you know, we see police pull up, and they pull up with so many cars. Me and Jasmine have no clue of what's going on, so we ask questions.
They say they weren't getting any answers from police, just commands to get back.
Get behind the car. Everyone get behind the car.
Get out of our way. We are trying to do something. Move away from our car now. Move away from our car. You're under arrest.
on the sidewalk right here.
Police cars. No, this is a crime scene. Keep going past the police cars.
How is it a crime?
Why is it not blocked off?
Police say a man who was part of the car club had waved a gun at a Tesla during a road rage incident. Investigators were able to use the surveillance video from the vehicle to track down the truck within 20 minutes, which led them to this parking lot. While police were trying to arrest the people who were in the truck,
Walk back to the sound of my voice. Keep walking backwards.
chaos all around, and police started arresting other people.
We don't have any weapons. There was the truck who had the weapon, and if that's what they said, then go after the truck. Go after them. But why are we all being treated that way?
What is you grabbing her for?
I ain't doing that. Get on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk.
Oh. And he said, "You're under arrest." And I'm like, "Under arrest for what? I didn't argue with y'all. I didn't put up a fight. I didn't do anything."
They all say they were trying to protect their children.
I feel like they should have at least let us get the kids out the way so they wouldn't have gotten hurt. And then whatever you need to do with them three, do what you got to do.
Jasmine Cavalier and Tyquis Rogers were arrested and charged with interfering with public duties.
I'm not a bad person. We're a good car club. We non-violent car club. We love family. We love kids.
I feel like the situation wouldn't have happened if he would never put out a gun on someone. So, it's just not the police fault. It's his fault also.
The man who pulled the gun, Richard Vallejo, is facing a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and is no longer part of the car club. Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch.
A homeless man known for terrorizing a South Austin neighborhood is back on the streets. Austin police say Rami Zawaidahe escaped custody and has a warrant out for his arrest. Back in April, city officials confirmed Zawaidahe has voluntarily committed to a hospital. Since 2022, residents have seen him smashing city property with sledgehammers, toting around a chainsaw, cutting trees, and screaming sometimes in the early morning hours. Zawaidahe has been arrested before and charged with criminal mischief, but the district attorney dropped those charges. We recently spoke with his mom, who drove down from New York to Austin. She said she was in the process of filing an order of protective custody and intended to bring him home with her. If you see him, you're asked to please call Austin Police. The Austin Police Department has released new video showing the suspects and possible witnesses in an unsolved murder. This comes after APD said they've exhausted all leads and need the public's help. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis has that story.
The suspects in September 4th took a lot of joy from my family.
It's been more than a year and a half since DeAndre Isaiah Day was stabbed to death.
It's been really rough.
The person or people responsible for his death haven't been caught yet. Police say these three people may have seen what happened and may be able to help with the investigation. Detectives say Day and his friend were riding a scooter in downtown Austin, made it to 7th and Colorado Street, and came across these three suspects.
He didn't know them personally.
They got into a verbal argument. It then turned physical. In this video, Day is seen squaring up with the main suspect.
Suspect goes towards him, backs up, and he pulls out a knife here in the frame.
Police say Day started running away.
Because the black male suspect with the knife ran towards his friend, DeAndre's intention was to go and assist his friend from getting stabbed.
Day is then stabbed. He runs to 6th and Brazos Street for help, but ended up dying there. Police say there are three persons of interest. A white male with long blonde hair, a Hispanic male with black hair, appears to have blonde highlights, and a black male possibly with dreadlocks. The vehicle they left in is this silver 2003 to 2005 Honda Accord. Having exhausted all their leads, APD says they need the community's help.
Any help that could lead to the apprehension of these suspects would be very, very, very appreciated.
And I want to go ahead and in advance thank the public for any information that you can give to us to help get some closure and get these guys behind bars where they need to be.
More than a year and a half after a Hays County correction officer fatally shot an inmate at a Kyle hospital, the sheriff's office is releasing the body camera footage. When that shooting happened in 2022, we heard from the sheriff's office that inmate Joshua Wright assaulted a corrections officer. Many of his family and friends said they wouldn't believe it until they saw it. Fox 7 Austin's Lauren Rangel has more.
Body camera footage starts with now former Hays County Correction Officer Isaiah Garcia watching 36-year-old Joshua Wright finish up in a patient restroom at Seton Hospital in Kyle. As Wright exits, body camera footage appears to show him assaulting the officer, then making a run for it. Garcia chases him through the hospital and fires his weapon.
Get on your stomach! Mr. Wright, get on your stomach now!
This is the video Wright's family and friends have pleaded to see for the last year and a half.
Go ahead and release the video. Prove us wrong if we lying.
They took something from me that can't be replaced. And I just want to know why. Why did you do this to him?
They finally have an answer, and after watching the video, District Attorney Kelly Higgins says last week he dropped Garcia's deadly conduct charge because they communicated their wishes to have the case dismissed after consulting with their legal representatives. After subsequently viewing the body cam footage of the shooting, the family persisted in requesting the dismissal. The sheriff's office let Garcia go when he was first indicted on deadly conduct charges. Even though the case is dismissed, he will not be returning. Garcia agreed to surrender his correction officer's license and not seek any future work in a related field.
Well, we end with a look at a nonprofit dedicated to helping families of missing loved ones. A case here in Austin inspired a mother to start the organization. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shin has that story.
The Texas Center for the Missing, started in March of 2000, is in the greater Houston area, but it was founded by the mother of 17-year-old Gabriel Lester, who was reported missing from St. Stephen's Episcopal High School in Austin. Nonprofit CEO Mel Turnquist says Gabriel's mother, Doreen Wise, was hoping he'd be found within 24 hours.
Gabe was 17 years old. There's a triage process for law enforcement. In the greater Houston area, for our two largest investigating agencies, there were 11,000 new cases reported last year and only 18 investigators.
Gabriel's remains were found 4 months later. His mother, a Houston area businesswoman, wanted to help others in similar situations.
After the loss of Gabriel, Doreen decided she wanted to create an organization that could help families walk through this process in the hopes that this would never happen again to other searching families, that a child would be lost, no matter what age.
The Texas Center for the Missing focuses on 3 areas: education, preparing law enforcement on when to activate alerts, and guiding families through the process. Emergency alerts are only activated for cases where the person is at risk of bodily harm or death.
If we activated Amber Alerts and Silver Alerts for every missing person, no one would pay attention.
When alerts do go out.
So I do want to encourage the public that if you see those emergency alerts, no matter what kind it is, do pay attention, share that on social media, because that's the best way we can get them home.
If your loved one goes missing, know who they communicate with. Look for your loved one. Call those people and call 911.
And it is important to remember there is no 24-hour waiting period in the state of Texas to report a missing person.
You can also reach out to the Texas Center for the Missing for resources, help making flyers, and support groups. Turnquist says they can provide support that investigators may not be able to provide.
This is the most important work I have ever done in my entire life. Other than raising my children, this will be the greatest legacy I leave behind.
National Missing Children's Day was at the end of May. The center highlighting the case of Sion Dior Amos, who has been missing since December of 2022. Their website also has a long-term missing page. The hope is Gabriel's legacy will be able to help others.
The more eyes we have on these faces, the greater chance we have to bring these people home and reunite them with their families who desperately want them back home.
Angela Shen, Fox 7 Austin News.
Thanks for watching the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch YouTube exclusive. Our Crime Watch stories run each Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9. If you miss them, you can watch anytime on our new Fox Local Connected TV app, which is free to download, and you can watch on multiple platforms like Roku and Apple TV. Just scroll down from the live player and look for the Crime Watch section. For more on the stories highlighted in this episode, you can head to our website, fox7austin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.